Those are decorative. And the chum inside? It's the very first batch of chum ever made by largemouth bass and sons back in summer of 1803. It reminds me of our humble beginnings. Can I have it? No. Kiki. Cat avoids your touch. You sense the only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will overcome its suspicions. Though, with the reboning knife of righteousness has a complete bass been forged. I wonder, do you ever wish you'd had a glorious death at sea? Oh! Many a sea creature has tried to give me one, pal. But before they get their teeth in me, I've reboned them in 6 ways to Sontag. Spits a wad of chewing tobacco out the door. Guy Chapman, chief reboning officer and largemouth bass and sons. Are you hear about Tom? I saw the posters. Find one child, you'll find the other. My Tom has been lured into the lair of Occam's Gator by that Jezebel of a deboner's daughter. Good and true fishermen led astray by that delinquent sorcerer who never cared a Whitman for what we do with the largemouth bass. Oh, I've heard of him. His cheeks darken to the murky hue of a humpback anglerfish. As long as there's been a largemouth bass and son, there's been an Occam's Gator, to our great misfortune. I'd venture that there's no creature in this land or sea so terrible. 12 feet tall he is, red, I think he was blue, anyway, red as a furnace, with smoke billowing from his nostrils. He and his rapacious appetite are a plague on our business. He'll eat everything we've got. Largemouth bass, everything. Keeps me up at night wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against the land to both debone and rebone fish? Perhaps. But damn it, it's what gives our bass its zing. Being a little sexist, don't you think? Not remotely. I'm not saying anything about her gender at all. I'm saying she may have gotten my boy eaten by a gatorman. Yeah, when you throw words like Jezebel around, it's a little loaded. Is it? Didn't mean anything by it. I'm willing to change, but you have to be patient with me, all right? I'm old-fashioned, and I can't keep up with all these new ideas your generation has. Gender. Penicillin. How is Kathy responsible? Well, the arrogance of youth. Kathy Tracy never thought she had anything to fear from Occam's Gator. She didn't respect him. Several times I caught her attempting to summon the beast by shouting his name 3 times in a mirror or directly into the mouth of a bass. I'm really going to have trouble with that word. It was always going to end with her in Occam's belly. I just did not think my Tom would be fool enough to go along with it. You think he could have run away on his own? Absolutely not. He's a 3rd-generation bass... Oh, I got it right. Bass boy, proud and true. Well, just last month he said, I'm excited about my future in reboning largemouth bass, Dad. Does that sound like the words of a boy with 1 foot out the door? No, there's a simpler explanation. The siren song of Kathy Tracy, who lures good men to the bellies of gators. That's all I wanted to ask about your son. What do you do here? I'm the chief reboning officer here at Largemouth Bass and Sons. Just like my father before me, and etc. It's a wonderful life. Looking for someone myself, Charles Wallace. Is he a fish? No. Then I'm not the person to ask. I'm a fisherman, friend. My bag is fish. You're looking for a human? You want to ask some kind of human fisherman. You are a human fisherman. His expression turns sour. Now you've poked a hole in his premise, he's lost interest in the conversation. Okay, I don't know where your friend is, alright? This must be the mess, right? It's why we proudly serve reboned fish, just the way we like it. I don't want to see you slipping bones out of that fish, you hear? You definitely won't see that. I want to go in. Back here are your quarters? How would you know that? It's where Mr. Tracy has his. Maybe the two of you are more similar than you'd like to admit. Back off, Freud. Can I go inside? Into our family's private quarters? I'd sooner let a dogfish loose in my socks. Is that something you do? Rarely. Beyond what lies beyond that door is only for fishermen. What is it? Fish. Can I fish here? Ha! Oh, you guys are kind of a-holes. Itchy eye. Oh well, can't think of what to do. Every place is ticked off on the map. Fight him.
This'll go quick. I hate the random nature of this fire spell, I really do. Alright.
I gotta figure out what to do next. I'll be right back. Thought of something I haven't done. I haven't turned in the gator leather. Fight them. I should never have taken off my anti-gator ring. I mean anti-shadow ring. But I got a different one on now. Too late to do anything about that. I got those hides you needed. I don't remember what voice I gave him. Need? I got news for you. You don't need them. You keep them. That was a test. Wanted to see if I'd trust you with some real work. Seems I can. Ready for some real hunting? Even if it was a test, I think I should get paid. Paid for a test? You're mixed up, mate. The test is to get paid work. Change his mind. Labor is labor, and I don't work for free. Also, you said it was paid at the start. Better not mention you've done a lot of work for people for free this whole adventure. If Jessica ever asks for rent, you're going to be in trouble. No, I'm not. I've got a lot of meat. Really, it makes you think about how the position of saving the world from shadows and lizards favors those with financial privilege. All right, if you stop screaming about it. Truth is, I got no need for 5 gator hides. My ambitions are bigger. You met Paul. You know he's mute. I'm working to build him a leather tongue. So what do you need for that? 10 gator hides. Turns out I've already got them. Beautiful. That's beautiful leather. It'll make a beautiful tongue. I can look at any animal and tell you what sort of tongue it's made. What sort of tongue its hide will make. Don't believe me? Name an animal. Whale. Just a trick question? Never heard of a whale. Okay, that's the tongue sorted, but without something to animate it, it's a lump of leather flesh. What I need, and what my brother Paul really needs, is the power of speech. So it's much easier to explain if you've read The Little Mermaid. I can get you a mermaid, no problem. Don't need you to hunt a mermaid, mate. What you might not know is the fairy tale is based... What you might know, the fairy tale about Little Mermaid who gives up her voice is based on a real-life story of a Gatorman merman who traded his voice for a bucket of ham. That's what gave Hans Christian Gatorman the idea. Tracked that voice to a fishing hole in the Gator village. Told you about before. I must have it. Anything for my brother. Family is everything. Oh, okay. You walked into a huge swarm of gnats and flies. They've been buzzing super loud. They've got a pretty good beat going. Are those tiny musical instruments? Is that a locust with a fiddle? What is even going on? Alright, let's join them. You swing your hips, give the swarm a little of the old soft shoe and a jaunty whistle. The insects are super into it, despite the fact that you kill several of them every time you clap your hands. And when the show eventually winds to a close, they leave you a tip as they buzz away. Fish. I got the voice of a Gatorman, and there's some extra meat on the line. Already read your crap. Oh, there's a gator here. Poor unfortunate mailman. Oh no, the Gatorman detective. You thought he was only a myth. Come on, call him an investigator, honestly. You're a Gatorman detective, I presume?
Presumption excellent. Accusing hunters, crimes grievous. Butchering Gatormen, killing millmen, despoiling land. Speak you, be accomplice, or be ally Gator?
Wouldn't harm a scale on a gator's head.
Telling truth? Or, controlling glands,
What will you do with those men?
Mailman dead, suspect hunters, have trial. Find guilty, consume them.
You're going to eat them?
Drink them.
Could you let them go, maybe?
Am unaccepting. Do justice. Liquefy them.
Visit the prisoners. What happened here?
Got snatched, didn't I? It's funny. I'm calmer than I thought I'd be. That mailman slaughter's been hanging on my conscience for some time. I think I'd be expecting the claw of Johnny Law before too long. But Paul, he wasn't wrapped up in this. It isn't fair. He should go down for it, too. Give him the voice of the Gatorman. Paul and John's eyes widen in anticipation. Pop the lid off the grimy jar. A wisp of breath escapes the glass prison, winds its way through the bars of the cage, and darting up Paul's nostrils. Gatorman is far too baffled to react. Freshly animated, Paul's leather tongue sets to wagging. Enough. Enough of obscene murder and asymmetric service to animalistic desire. Each of you practices a violence that is worse than base. It is vicious, corrupt, it is wrong. I call it into all aggression. I call it now. At stake is the project of life itself. Paul, what are you saying?
Then Paul says 3 words so painfully profound, they reduce not just his brother, but the Gatorman captor to tears. What? Come on, it's not important. Come on, tell me. Gushing genuine crocodile tears, the Gatorman detective unlocks... Oh, wait, don't worry about it. Look, everyone's moving on already. Gushing genuine tears, the Gatorman detective unlocks the cage and brings both brothers into an embrace. Paul, the hunting, the killing.
Paul, the hunting, the killing. I did all of it to bring your voice back. In finding the tongue, you gave away your heart. No longer can I recognize our blood in the ocean of it you spilled. I call you brother no more. Let's focus on the positives. Paul has a leather tongue. At Paul's urgings, he tosses his knife into the swamp in reputation of violence. Gatorman is so moved, he tosses his magnifying glass in solidarity. Grab them before they sink, but be casual about it. Investigators use these to investigate tiny crimes. Watch Paul take charge. Paul eloquently negotiates a resolution for the mailman murder. John will go with the Gatorman to face trial, but the death penalty will not be levied against him. This can't be goodbye, brother. I don't wish it. Know that if I see you again, it will be for the last time. I will use the last of my life to build a ladder to heaven of my own, so I can protect the dinosaurs from men like you. Good stuff, everyone. Bedroll must be where John accesses the hunter's dream. Hunter's dream? If you ask, it's not meant for you. I want to go there. If you prove yourself a hunter, maybe. I am a hunter. Well, you did hunt enough gators to get a man a new voice. Will you dream, good hunter? Doodly-doo, 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 doodly-doo. There's a pig. Ew, you wet yourself. Mace, Humboldt wet himself. Get the principal. I don't have a principal. I'm an adult. Humboldt peed himself. Humboldt peed himself. Oh no, this isn't a hunter's dream. It's a hunter's nightmare. Pee pants, pee pants. Soggy britches, pee pants. Yeah, it's a Bloodborne reference. Alright. It was a dream. It felt so real. On waking, something feels different. Maybe a bed sore. Why can't I take that? Oh well. Paul has regained the power of speech. He's almost glowing. Hello, Paul. It seems our paths were fated to cross. How are things with you and your brother? He may be by blood, but I will not call him brother. Our blood is undone by all that which he has spilled in the causes of violence and vengeances. When next we meet, it will be the azure empty realm, upon the highest rungs of our respective ladders to heaven. So what will you do now? I will build a ladder to heaven, which, as we speak, grows rung by rung. When will that be done? I expect not for several weeks. Can we trade? You sure seem willing to sell Gator bits. Just saying is all. Empty cage. You stare at it for 4 minutes. You stare at the silence for 4 minutes and 33 seconds, and then decide to move on. Okay, now I'm back where I was before, when I don't know where to go. Hold on, I'll figure it out. Okay, found it. It's the guard. What do you know about Occam's Gator? I don't remember what voice you gave him. Dang it. I've read too many voices. Oh, that's fake. It is? Yeah, that's a legend. An old basswife's tale. Sometimes things go missing or the business has a run of bad luck and folks want a deeper explanation for it. But I can tell you nobody here has ever laid eyes on any giant gatorman. The bosses can't even agree on what he's supposed to look like. So Occam's Gator didn't kidnap those kids? I really doubt it. Your boss says you saw him. Didn't you ever tell a boss what they wanted to hear? There's gators in these parts, all right. I have to scare them off the property on an almost daily basis. You don't believe me? You're welcome to go visit their swamping grounds, or stomping grounds. You won't find any sort of Occam's Gator there, I assure you. Sounds pretty scary, as do all fairy tales. Don't make them any more real. Gatorman Hamlet. Fine, get on with it. I do not need to read that again. The guards stop in their tracks and start sniffing around suspiciously. They're almost certain to notice if you get any closer. Staying put is an option. What do you want to do and how?
Toward them. Charge! How dare you, sir? I am affronted by your violence, and shall meet it in kind. Now there's only 2 left, so my burn splash should get more on each of them. 8 Mr. Kelly, that's worth a burn. And now I have no AP. Saw him. Is that a gator man with a beard? Those gators should have been avoiding you.
You have nothing to fear from me. Good, I have nothing to fear from the fridge. A sleeping gator man, unless he's lying about being asleep, do not let him lie. Okay, if you say so, what is an alternative of letting this gator man continue sleeping? Searching him? I got the Gator Man's safe combination. You reach in the water and grope his pockets. At least you hope those are pockets. You find a scrap of paper. A safe hanging from the ceiling. In an unsafe manner from the ceiling. 676 meat. Alright, talking fridge. The handle on the fridge is busted. There's going to be a headache come lunchtime. Try to open the door. No dice and no door opening either. Whoever smashed the handle wanted to keep you out or something in. A magical talking sandwich, maybe. Released from his refrigerated cage, a cold man squirms out into the muck, gasping for air. My God, you're my savior! One more day trapped in there, and I will have succumbed completely to despair. Who are you? I am Fabian, illustrator of the natural sciences. Arid steppes, glistening bergs of ice, but lately my interests have taken me to these damp lands. I'm in my foggy period. How'd you get in there? I was traveling to the swamp to sketch the native cypress, only to be caught in net by these Gator-esque men. At first they allowed me to roam the confines of their camp, but when I shouted for help at a passing truck, I was put in a refrigerator. What truck? Oh, it darted through the camp like a bass out of hell. It was a boy and a girl at the wheel. I yelled, "Stop! I'm a prisoner! Take me with you!" But they drove on. What makes a person do that? Where was the truck headed? North of here, I'm sure of it. North. And since the driver at Largemouth Basin sounds was confident the truck could only make 11 miles at most, if you subtract from 11 the distance between this camp and the fishery, seized with deductive euphoria, you do some quick calculations, which in your haste come out wrong. You do them again, not rushing this time, and produce a promising lead. Have you come across my friend out here, Charles Wallace? Charles? No, I wouldn't recall meeting someone with such an unusual name. Do you know of a creature called Occam's Gator? Occam's Gator. Supposedly a large gator with two tails who breathes smoke from his nostrils. Yes, I believe you're describing my mother-in-law. So you don't know. No, and I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. Melanie's always been kind to me. Okay, every weekend she bakes me a ball of nougat. I apologize, Melanie. If you want to leave, the way out is more or less clear. I want to leave. That is a good guess. If we ever meet again, it would honor me to paint your portrait. I'm an artist, as you know. Cannot paint you right away, for I'm in my foggy period, but I conclude that if I conclude that work, or if you become foggy, well, who knows? Who knows indeed? I hope we meet again, and I'm not in our refrigerator when we do. More Gatormen. Looks like the second shift. Luckily, they're all facing the other way.
Ambush them. Sorry, I like that voice. It's funny. Alrighty. Splatter. Yeah, I gotta use my last AP on this guy, because... I got 14 cans. There we go.
Stupid Gatorman. Wait, Gatorman are what? Gatormen will always be good at building fires in standing water, in a couple of inches of water. Is that a Gator salesman? A rack of horrible-looking weapons. I got a frogging fork. It's a magical weapon? Huh. I would think something that big would be... Gatorman seems less aggressive than is typical for these guys. Talk to him. Hi there.
Greet human, not eat, greet.
Thanks for... I appreciate it. You seem more relaxed than most Gator folk.
Yeah, everyone crazy, got no reason. Not belong, leave swamp.
Where we go?
Dunno, wander?
Like a hobo?
Hobo, what that?
Basically someone who travels from place to place looking for... because they're looking for work or they don't know where specific to be.
Yes, hobo gator. First thought, need weapon, defend self.
That's about hobo code.
Hobo code, what that?
Oh, right, you wouldn't know about that yet. It's like little symbols hobos use to leave messages. You teach them the symbols for safe camp, cops here, and their increasingly rare and exciting pie on a windowsill. Offer him a weapon. Is there anything I have more than one of? I don't want to give him a... he'll take a wand.
No thanks, weapon weak, need power.
What if I want that frog-eating fork? Spider Fang? 4 base damage. Nope, weapon weak, need power. Nope, no matter what I offer, he doesn't want it. I'll have to find a better weapon for him. Raid the fridge. Dried swamp meat and more of those mysterious swamp mushrooms. Forge. Feeling we're hammering out terrible gator metals. Seeing where the Gatormen store all their terrible filth. Okay. A lot of flies on here. Let's exterminate. This is where they keep their billions upon billions of swarming bugs.
Yeah. That one's so quick I may not bother speeding it up. Swamp honey. Increase your stench armor by 5. Oh, it's just a bug habitat. Okay. Huh. Maybe I have to clear them out? There we go. Extra blood. Some of it is almost certainly yours.
Yeah, apparently the bugs are infinite. Okay. What the hell am I supposed to do? Oh well, I'll figure it out. For now, though, I think I've been going a while, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment... Oh, wait. I got a new location to explore. The amphibious truck. Don't need to read all that. Alrighty. Car door hangs limp from its hinges. Pull it open. It's been abandoned for some time. Nobody inside unless they are very small and hiding. Are they small and hiding? No. Search the seats. Newspaper on the passengers open to the classified ads. Circled are advertisements for Mr. Rat's Hotel for working women and the docks. Take the paper. You don't need it. It's yesterday's news. Look under the seats. Okay, gas tank is located underneath the driver's seat, which has the advantage of lowering the truck's center of gravity. Gas tank is empty, which has the disadvantage of the truck not working. You also see a glimpse of metal. The key. Maybe it opens the lock back home? Nothing amphibious about this truck. The truck business feels like much ado about nothing, and ado is a weird word. Alright, let's see what this key opens. I don't remember anything I couldn't open.
Buy sack, 115 meat, sale plan.
A clump of mangrove trees, or whatever kind of trees, when you come face to face with a bearded gator man and his big filthy sack. I should clarify it's a burlap sack, and it doesn't have a face, just the gator man. Gator cheese. You're going to choose not to interrogate the biological means by which this stuff is produced. Ew. Hold on. Actually, I think I've been going long enough. I will call it here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, or subscribe. Or not. I'm not the boss of you. Good night. Actually, I'm going to tack this on. This door is locked, making the room even more disappointing. Unlock it and go through it. Locker room. Search the beds. Spearmint taffy and licorice taffy. A blue slicker is the sole resident of this coat rack. Fierce rummaging yields a letter in the pocket. It appears unopened. Kathy's letter, addressed to Dad. The post office. I didn't read that in time. You're not supposed to be in this room. It's better if Adam doesn't see you leave through this door. Better for whom? Oh wait, there's another bed. Spartan mattress holds no secrets. You got 16 teeth. Tooth Fairy skipped the swamp for a while. Alright. Talk to him. I ate your sandwich. Found these teeth under a pillow. Yeah, those are mine. You believe in the Tooth Fairy? No. Found the company truck. Truck. Are you trying to say Tracy? Kathy Tracy? No, but finding the truck may help us find Kathy. You will, Lucy. Where is she then? I don't know. I see. The truck may help us find her. It may not. It's looking more and more like she ran away from home. Even if that is the case, it doesn't matter. You find her, you bring her back. That young woman has a responsibility. I have a question about your daughter. Excuse me. It's just Kathy always loved questions. I ate your sandwich. No, you didn't. The one in the refrigerator is a decoy. No one's ever found the real thing. The post office will never be able to deliver that. You're just only dead. Envelope isn't sealed. You slide it open with these. Dad. All anyone cares about this family's largemouth bass, so I'm sick of it too. Ain't I a person? Ain't I deserving of being cared about? I'm leaving, Dad, for a place where dreams are possible. You ain't never going to find me because you don't know where that is. Love, Kathy. P.S. Say hi to Mom. So why can't I give him the damn letter? You need to see this. Adam Tracy pulls over the letter. His brows sinking into deeper furrows every line. Ain't never. Ain't I? My friend, those are the vulgar contractions of Occam's Gator. I didn't give Kathy a copy of Jane Eyre to have her contract improperly. This letter's an obvious ruse. Occam's clumsy attempt to throw us off the scent. Face it, your daughter ran away from home. I've yet to see evidence about that. You're an idiot. Alright, now I'm going to call it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, or not. I'm not the boss of you. Good night. Alright. Okay. We got a fine nose to him. Let's see. Bugger off. I have already done your crap, dude. There we go. I knew they'd be here eventually. Are you Tom and Kathy? Tom Chapman and Kathy Tracy? Boy nods slightly. He can see you put work in remembering their surnames, although you may be at cross purposes, respect must be paid. Who wants to know? I do, isn't that obvious? Take a last look. We're on the next bus out. Your folks back home think you were kidnapped or eaten. So utterly typical. They can't conceive that someone might not want to live the same small little largemouth bass life they do. It's not even a life. Not for us, it's not. The kind of life we want to lead, it's only possible in the city. What kind of life is that? We want to start a business making wigs for judges. I don't think judges wear wigs in this country. It's going to be more of an international company. That's where the money is. If you know anything about business. Is that a job? Are you? Haha, don't laugh at me. Don't be rude. God, I'm sorry, but you gotta, I mean, that's like asking if cobbling is a job. More power to you, I guess. And to you, so long as your goals don't conflict with ours. I don't know if you're thinking about opening a wig business. I need to take you back to your parents. Hell of that, you need to take us back like a bass needs bones. Well, they need them to live. A cooked bass doesn't need them. We're not going back, pal. Not ever. Largemouth Bass and Sons is a trap. All we can ever do there is repeat the same old toxic patterns our fathers did, our grandfathers did. Debone the fish, rebone the fish. Debone the fish, what's the point? It's a mindless life, it's never going to change. No, pal, not for us. Better to die in poverty than to live a largemouth bass as a largemouth bass deboner or reboner. Yeah, but I was hired to bring you home. Listen, friend, we're not going back. There's nothing and nobody that can make us. Please. Dang, dude. Occam's Gator, man. No, Occam's Gator, you have no power here. It's a real guy? Occam's Gator, he's the bane of our lives. Our family life haunted us, tortured us before I was even born. Can he be reasoned with? Back. Did you just say back? Miserable back. We will be miserable if we go back. Gator sneers. To your surprise, the beast certainly has no intention of killing or eating the children, but means to return them home to Largemouth Bass and Sons. Why would it care? You want them to be miserable? Yes. Yes. Miserable back. I don't know what an awesome Gator wants except our whole family to be miserable. I don't know why he torments them. What is your problem? Misery. You just want to cause misery? Bass misery. To Largemouth Bass and Sons specifically? Why? God. What God? Misery God. You have a God that wants to cause misery to Largemouth Bass and Sons? Amen. What's your God's name? Occam's Gator. You leave those kids alone. Thank you, but there's no shaking Occam's Gator when he set his mind to a thing. Mindset. Gotta be a way we can work this out. Violence. Apart from that, violence, misery. Let's fight.
This will probably be pretty cool. Alrighty. Let me throw a couple of these, because it seems to take quite a lot to even dent this guy. I don't think I can beat this guy the traditional way. Just by throwing sleaze burn at him. Alright. What is he planning to do? Stink damage. I mean, spooky damage, I think. This one's gonna be a bit brutal, I think. Bonesaw! Oh, he's immune to bleeding? Son of a biscuit. Fortunately, I had a random helpful hobo come out of nowhere. Is he immune to poison, too? Oh, No, I could have just read it right there. Immune to poison and bleeding. Doofus boy, me. There we go.
The Saw franchise. Occam's Gator's toenail. Lots of poison. He who does misery unto others will have that misery done unto him, which is another way of saying you beat Occam's Gator senseless and his reptilian remains have decomposed into swamp goo. Perhaps now the folks at Largemouth Bass and Sons will tell stories about you. It's not like you don't deserve it at this point. I don't know what to say. Nobody's ever done anything like that for me before. Kill a huge gator man, I mean. Nobody's done that for me either. I don't know how I can repay you. Oh wait, there's money. I forgot money for a second. I know it's not much. If you take this free sample, judge wig. Enjoy that, but mind you don't combine it with the jury's wig and the executioner's wig. Nobody should have that much power. Hold on, are you still trying to take us back? I'd still very much like to do that. Oh, get out of here. We're not going to do that. No. If this run of Occam's Gator has taught me anything, is life's too short, and that Kathy and I have to leave home and write our own story. I thought that's what we were doing from the beginning. Before I was 100% sure. Now I'm 101% sure. Me too. Goodbye then. It's been an eventful wait for the bus. Alright. I don't know if there's a way to convince them back without forcing them.